Hello guys, JBread here, back again for another video. For today's video, I want to show you guys one of the most epic mods that I've recently discovered in the CK3 workshop. Basically, this mod adds struggle systems in each region of CK3, like the Iberian struggle and Persian intermezzo. That's right, this mod called Zeitgeist adds a situation bar for each region that reacts to what's going on with the people of that region. If the region is constantly at war, then that region will be more effective in killing each other, boosting military powers. If that region is mostly at peace, then that region will be more prosperous and develop faster. Basically, this mod adds something of a stability meter in each region. Chaos creates chaos, and stability further builds on stability. And now we're in the game. Again, the mod is called Zeitgeist, meaning spirit of the age. A few things about this mod. First is where it applies. It basically adds a new mechanic to almost all regions in CK3, minus the steppes and Southern Africa for now, but all the main areas where most of the game's story usually plays out. Second is that it's compatible with vanilla struggles. One thing I really like is that it doesn't really replace the existing struggles. Instead, it layers on top of them. That means more variety, more depth, and more ways the map reacts to what's happening. Let's now begin with how this mod works. So how it works is that each region has its own situation bar, which shifts depending on what's going on there. Every ruler whose capital is inside that region is affected. For example, here in Italy, my ruler, Louis, belongs in the Italian sub-region, whereas my vassal here, Duke Conrad of Burgundy, since his capital is within the French sub-region, that means the effect of my struggle region does not apply to him, and vice versa. The mod's core feature is the struggle bar. Unlike vanilla struggles, which has fixed phases, this one works more like a pendulum. It swings between different states depending on what's happening in that region. Peace, war, or political scheming, and sometimes, more often than not, if a region is constantly at war, then the pendulum would always swing towards war. Unlike in vanilla, where after a certain duration, the situation would always return to the compromise phase. Now let's move on to the phases. Phase 1. Gold and wine. If the bar swings toward gold and wine, that means stability and prosperity. Armies are untested and inexperienced, but counties flourish. There's more development and more children being born, and generally, a golden age of peace. The downside? People aren't ready for hardship. Stress builds up more easily when problems come up. Phase 2. Paper and poison. Another phase is paper and poison. This is the intrigue-heavy era. Lots of politicking, backstabbing, bribery, and rebellion. Vassals are more suspicious, factions grow stronger, and the whole realm feels polarized. But you can rally strong allies who share your side. And last but not least, Phase 3. Fire and blood. This is all-out war. Constant conflict makes armies deadlier and lords more aggressive. Even feudal rulers can raid like tribals. And the clergy is more eager to support holy wars while the enemies of your faith rise up. Culture and progress take a backseat. Of course, it's brutal. People die, harvests fail, and crime rises. Prosperity collapses, but warfare dominates. Now let's move on to how the bar progresses. So one thing to take note is that the exact causes of each phases aren't always visible. It's not like in the vanilla one where there is a clear checklist. You can only infer them. Like for example, fire and blood always comes after or during constant wars, while paper and poison usually comes up when there is some friction between each vassal. There is some intrigue going on, whereas gold and wine is very rare in the early game. It can only happen if there is no war within each vassal and there is a rapid development in your counties. In this system, rulers are split into two types of actors: contenders, which are basically everyone, and minor conquerors, who get special traits that make them more aggressive and powerful, but not as strong as real conquerors. What's cool is that there isn't a fixed ending like in Iberia. These phases just keeps shifting as the region evolves. It runs in the background, so it doesn't take over your entire game, but it makes every region feel alive, reactive, and dynamic. And that just about wraps up most of the mod's feature. If you haven't yet, please check it out yourself, as it's a really good one. I also left out or didn't mention some features, so you can discover them on your own. Please support the creator. They really did a fantastic job. This part is basically just me sharing my experience while playing the mod. In the background, you can see me playing as Italy and just having fun trying to conquer the entire sub-region. First off, thank you guys, especially those who watched my last video and subscribed to the channel. We're almost at 500 subs now, so if you enjoy this and want more CK3 mod content, make sure to subscribe. I'm also working on more videos soon, including vanilla CK3 stuff, so don't forget to hit that notification bell. As for the mod itself, I found it pretty tough to control the situation, since a lot of the development happens behind the scenes. Aside from what you can see directly, things like character skills and traits in a region affect how things play out, which I think is pretty neat. And honestly, I like that I don't really have to worry about the bar itself or constantly check what the situation would become. I just left it as it is, and that's something CK3 really needs more of. Features you don't have to babysit every 5 minutes. Iberian struggle. If you don't know what I mean, I'm not a fan of how in the DLC you need to keep checking the situation bar if you want a specific ending, since some outcomes get locked once a certain phase cements itself. But anyway, that's about it for this one. I'll be pumping out more videos soon, so please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.